Hi, you guys. Another tip today, and this is more about the placement of your feet and trying to be consistent with it, which I haven't talked about much in any of our shadow boxing sessions, and so I wanted to talk about it a little bit today. We've had the martial arts school for 25 years now and work with a lot of kids, and I want to teach a kid how to have good balance and be able to get power in a punch. And so basically you have the extension of your arm. That is very limited source of power, right? You can only generate a certain amount of power and speed from that. But when you add the rotation, that's going to give you more power, more reach, more speed, because these things add up together. The speed of the extension of my arm coupled with the speed of my rotation, starts to add up. And then the last one is being able to shift my weight from my center onto my forward leg with good balance, keeping my shoulders straight over my hips. So I'm driving forward with my weight, rotating and extending my arm all together with speed to create power. I need balance because there's always a really important after. So I wanted to talk about the placement of your feet to achieve that, because I purposely separated the mat where the Velcro is, so there's a line here that goes right into my bob standing here to the center line, because I'm thinking of that center line. I want to keep one foot on each side of that center line, so when I go for my rotation, boom, I'm here. And do you see that? You see that line? I see this as a huge problem with the kids, is they'll line up and they'll stand like they're on a tightrope, and then when they go to rotate, they feel really, really off balance, so it's hard to get the power. So I consistently set up my feet so there's a line between my feet that goes through my opponent, the center of my opponent's body. And so if I was to angle, like if I wanted to get out of the way too, if I'm like this and I need to move over there, it's hard because I can't push off very fast. When I'm here, I can push off and get off that line. And now I establish a new line here. And that line goes straight through my feet, so I can fire my right hand in there. Okay, so I have that rotation available. I have my balance and my shoulders straight over. If I need to get off my line the other way, here, that works really good. Do you see how that leaves? The train is coming. I angle and get off the tracks. The train can go by. If I want to get out of the way on this side, I may have to step over. I can do that so much better when I have that line between my feet. So I point my front foot. Straight at my opponent. So since it's on this side of the line, it's slightly in. My back foot is off at about a 45-degree angle, like this. I try to be really consistent with that, and I want to fire all of my weapons from that same position. Right here, I need to be able to do a front leg round kick, a front kick. I need to be able to do a rear leg round kick, a right hand, a left hook. I need to be able to do all that from that position. So my opponent, I'm not setting up differently for each technique. Okay, so that's something to work on when you're shadow boxing and you're imagining where your opponent is, to keep that line so you have good balance, so you can move in either direction, in, out, side to side, because I've got that line. So I'm going to have better balance. We'll talk about that more as we go along, but I hope that helps your boxing and kickboxing, your martial arts. All right? Thanks for listening. All right. Have a good one.